Jai Hind everyone. Welcome once again to your mathematics class. As you all know that in these days we all are doing the revision of the previously taught chapters. So here today we are going to deal with the chapter linear equation in one variable, and as you can see the heading says tips and tricks of linear equation in one variable. So what we are going to do today is to discuss few important things to be kept in mind while solving the questions which are there in the chapter linear equation in one variable. So today we'll be dealing few of these sample questions so that you will be clear about what common errors or mistakes we do very often when we solve a question. So here, as you all can see, there is a question written on the board which says solve for x, which simply means we need to solve this equation for x. So let us see what are the common mistakes which we do when we solve the questions, and how can it be rectified easily. So there are various methods of solving this question. The simplest way which I am going to deal with you is this. If you all can see that the first term is 3x minus 2 by 4, I'll leave it as it is, minus times 2x plus 3 divided by 3 is equals to 2 by 3, and then it is minus x, and we all know this minus x can also be written as x by 1. I hope this is clear to all. Now what after this step, what generally students do is that they start taking LCM of left hand side and right hand side separately, and then they proceed with the question. I will be telling you this method also, but before that, let us see the more convenient way of solving this question. You can see the denominator of the first term is 4, the second term is 3, third over here is again 3, and this is 1. So what we do, we will take out or find out the LCM of these denominators. That means we need to find out LCM of 4, 3 and 1, which you all know will come as 12. We all know the LCM of how to calculate the LCM, and the LCM of 4, 3 and 1 is 12. So just for the sake of convenience, what we all will be doing over here, instead of taking LCM, we will multiply both sides by 12. We will multiply both sides by 12 and then see what happens. What we are going to do, we are going to multiply both sides by 12. That means we are going to multiply each of the term by 12. So what we will get, we'll get 12 times 3x minus 2 divided by 4 minus times 12 multiplied by 2x plus 3 by 3, and then over the right hand side it will be 12 into 2 by 3 minus times 12 into x by 1. So this will happen in the step when you multiply both sides. And now what we are going to do, 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 threes are 12, so we will be getting 3 times 3x minus 2 over here, minus same way 3 4 times will be 12, so 4 will come over here, so we'll get 4 times 2x plus 3. Then again over here 3 4s are 12, so we will get 4 multiplied by 2 minus 12 multiplied by x. So I hope this step must be clear to you all, that how we have done this. And now we will simply see that there is no denominator. So it has becomes a very simple question to just open up the bracket, multiply them, and then simplify by using the methods which we already know. So what we are going to do over here, we will multiply 3 by both of them. So that gives us 3 times 3 is 9x minus 6. Now here comes the common mistake. What people do, they see this minus sign, they put it over here. 4 times 2 is 8x, and after that they write 4 3s are 12 as plus 12, and this is where they perform the mistake, because this is wrong. The correct is we are multiplying by minus 4. So minus with a product of a positive number will always gives you a negative number. So minus 4 into plus 3 gives you minus 12. Over this side it is my 8 and minus 12x. We'll simplify it a little bit on both of the side if possible. If not, we will simply transform the variables on the one side and the constants on the other side. Here we can do 9x minus 8x gives you 1x or simply x, and minus 12 minus 6 becomes minus 18. On the other side it is 8 minus 12x. So this is what it is. And now we will do it by transforming them. So minus 12x will move to the left hand side, so x will remain over here. Minus 12x becomes plus 12x when it comes to the left hand side, and then 8 is already on the right hand side, and minus 18 when goes to the left right hand side becomes plus 18. So 12 plus 1 becomes 13x, and 18 plus 8 is 26. So on simplification of this, it gives x is equals to 26 by 2, that is 13. So this is our solution. X is equals to 2 is our final answer. So this is one thing which you all have to keep in mind while solving the question. Let's have the other method also which you all usually do. So I will be taking that only. So let's take the another way of doing it. What we do, we had the question over here as 3x minus 2 divided by 4 minus times 2x plus 3 divided by 3 is equals to 2 by 3 minus x, which I have written x by 1. Now suppose if you are taking LCM on the both sides, so here the LCM will be 12 definitely. Then 4 3s are 12, we'll write 3 times 3x minus 2, and this negative sign will come over here. 3 4s are 12, so write it over here, 4 times 2x plus 3. On the other side the LCM is 3, so 3 1s are 3, so it becomes 2, and 1 3s are, so it becomes 3 into x. Here also what you need to take care of is when you multiply it is 9x minus 6. Here once again we are multiplying it by minus 4. So it will be minus 8x, and minus 4 into plus 3 becomes minus 12 divided by 12 is equals to 2 minus 3x by 3, and rest of the steps are same as you all are doing. We will be simplifying this first and then do the cross multiplication to solve it completely. I hope you all must be clear with this. So this is one thing which you all have to keep in mind while solving the questions which are direct where you just have to find out the values of the variables provided in the question. Now, what we are going to do is to take one more example over here with the comprehension. That means a word problem. This is one of the question which most of the time disturb the students. The question says a steamer goes downstream and covers the distance between two ports in 3 hours. It covers the same distance in 5 hours. When it goes upstream, if the stream flows at the rate of 3 km per hour, then what is the speed of steamer in still water? So what are the things to be kept in mind are three different parts of this question. First is to understand what is a downstream and what is upstream. So let us understand what is downstream and what is upstream. So if I'll ask what is downstream, it is also known as with the stream. Same as if I'll say what is upstream, so it is known as against the stream. So these are the two things which you need to keep in mind: what is with the stream, what is against the stream. Now with the stream and against the stream means what? Suppose a river is flowing like this. So whenever something flows, it forms a current, or that is also known as stream. So it flows in a particular direction. Suppose the stream, that means the water, flows in this direction, means from left to right. And if a boat or a steamer or a ship is moving in the direction where the stream is flowing, means the water is flowing from left to right, the boat is also going from left to right, then definitely the speed of stream will support the speed of boat, and that is what we call with the stream or downstream. In this case, we always add the speed of boat in still water to the speed of stream. This is what you always have to keep in mind. In the case of downstream, the speed of a boat in still water, remember it has to be speed of boat or stream, steamer or any ship in still water. Still water means the water which doesn't flow. In that, if the boat has to be moving, then the speed which the boat will have is known as its boat speed in still water. The other is against the stream. Now I hope this must be very clear to you that what is against the stream. So it is like this: if the stream is moving in this direction, that means water is moving in this direction, and the boat is moving in the opposite direction. In this case, we are moving opposite or against to the water flowing or against to the stream. So that is we called against the stream or upstream. In this case, we always subtract the speed of stream from the speed of a boat in still water. This is what we all have to keep in mind. So I hope you all must have been clear with these two things: what is upstream, what is downstream. Whenever it says upstream, we will subtract the speed of stream from the speed of steamer, boat, or whatever the thing given, and in the case of downstream we will add them. Now let's solve this question. I'll just make the equation and you all will be able to solve it. So the question says two things. One is downstream, another is upstream. And what we need to find is the speed of steamer in still water. So we'll consider that only as x. So what we do, we'll consider that let the speed of steamer in still water be x kilometer per hour. So once we take this, what will happen? We will now have one more thing is given. The stream flows at 3 kilometer per hour. It says that the stream is flowing at the rate of 3 kilometer per hour. That means speed of stream is given as 3 kilometers per hour. What we calculate now, upstream speed and downstream speed. So let's calculate the downstream speed first. So downstream speed will be equals to, it is speed of boat, here we have steamer, so speed of steamer plus speed of stream. So speed of steamer is x, so it will be x plus 3 kilometers per hour. Same way, if we calculate upstream speed, that will gives speed of steamer, that is x, minus speed of stream, that is minus 3 kilometer per hour. This is first part. Now the question says it goes from port 1 to port 2 in 3 hours. So downstream it takes 3 hours. In the case of upstream they take 5 hours. This is what the question says. Now the question arises how to frame the equation. This is the most wonderful question that you have asked, sir. We don't know how to do it. So let's see what the question is trying to say. It says it moves from port A to port B in the case of downstream and moves back from port B to port A. What does it actually means? In both cases, the steamer is covering the same distance. This is what the question wants to say. So this is how you have to find out what the question is saying so that you can frame the equation easily. So the question says they cover the same distance. So we know that distance is equals to speed into time. So in this case, if I have to find out the distance, it is speed into time. So that will be x plus 3, that is speed, into time, that is 3 hours. Whereas in the case of upstream, it is x minus 3 multiplied by 5 hours. So this is the distance, this is also the distance, both will same, so we will simply equate them. 5 times x minus 3 is equals to 3 times x plus 3. Now don't get confused that here you have written 5 afterwards, here you have written it first. It both are same because multiplication is commutative. Now we just need to solve it. 5x minus 15 is equals to 3x plus 9. We will switch over the variables and constants on either side. So 5x remain this, plus 3x moves to the right hand side, from the right hand side to the left hand side becomes minus 3x, plus 9 plus 15. it gives us 2x is equals to 24, and then it gives x is equals to 12 kilometers per hour. So the speed of steamer in still water is 12 kilometer per hour. So I hope this must be clear. I was not into solving the question much for this particular question. I was here to tell you that how to frame the equation, because once the equation is framed, you have understood what the question is saying, it is very easy for you to find out the desired result. So I hope this all must be clear to you, and with this I'll take leave from you all. We'll be coming in the next classes with few more tips and tricks for the other chapters. Till then, happy learning. Jai Hind.